What's going on, guys? Robert here from Duff Fitness. Today we're continuing our interview series with healthcare professionals. Today we have someone I know pretty well, a nurse that I'm pretty close with, my wife, Miss Olivia Duff. Olivia, go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I am a registered nurse. I have been for about 10 years. I'm also a mother and a wife, obviously. I'm into home care right now, but I was doing hospice prior and I was a floor nurse in the beginning of it all. And that's kind of my path of nursing so far. Um, Pretty much what got me into it was my whole family, specifically my mom. She's been a caregiver for years, and I kind of followed her path, and that's what got me started in the beginning. So, yeah, it's nice to be here.
Well, thanks for joining us. Um, a lot of your, oh, not a lot, part of your nursing career was during COVID, and
Mm.
I was forced to stay home, and you were mandated to go out and work and be on the front line there. You want to give us just a quick, even like minute or two summary of like what that was like?
It was intense. It was nonstop working, caring for people that were sick for a multitude of reasons, compounded with COVID. It was always kind of coexisting, comorbidity plus COVID, not a good time. It, if you ask any nurse, it was kind of a blur. We're not out of it, but we've stepped away from a lot of the precautionary type living. As you all remember, the masks and everything, that was a wild time, but we are still under the umbrella of trying to give care the best way that we can and keep everybody healthy with this newfound knowledge of COVID. It's wild. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was definitely nuts. I remember being bored and waking up trying to think of what to do, and I remember buying a slack line and spending quite a bit of time
Yeah,
playing with
there you
that. But on a positive note, I did see a lot of things get progressed, like on my end, like the online coaching side. Like I was kind of thrust into that, which I had started just months prior to it all exploding.
Yeah,
So it kind of like forced my hand there and made me get a little bit into that. And that's what this program, this interview is part of that program now. So I mean, there's some silver linings in it, but definitely a lot of craziness too.
yeah, yeah.
So I know you've got a lot of nursing stories and life stories. I'm aware of most of them. But let's focus today on as your take as a mom and a nurse on the importance of vegetables in a diet and why anyone watching this should be making sure they have those in their daily eating routine.
Yeah. Um, it's such a simple thing looking at it like vegetables. We've been taught our whole life from childhood to eat vegetables in every meal, even though a lot of people just despise them. But they're not bad. A lot of the times when I go into houses and a patient has like GI distress in their belly, or they haven't gone to the bathroom, hadn't had a bowel movement in days, or they're irritable, it's because their diet's off severely. Usually, in my case, it's not a healthy human being that's just not eating their vegetables.
Hmm.
It's somebody who has a disease process that's going on in their gut, and they really need to narrow in on eating the right things. Obviously, your favorite thing, protein. So,
Right.
meat. And I feel like sometimes I'm talking to them like with you talking through me anymore. 40 grams of protein with each meal, but
Right.
that's not always realistic
And
for
it
elderly
depends. It
people.
depends on the person too, right?
Yeah, exactly. But another thing, obviously, that I push is vegetables. There's so many vegetables, all have varying degrees of fiber, that roughage that helps comb through the gut and get the bowels clear and healthy again. I talk to them, I try to educate them about just the basic process of what eating vegetables does for you. And some are really receptive to it, some are not, and they ignore me and they continue that path of getting bad gut symptoms, not going to the bathroom, getting nausea, gas. But the ones that do listen and they take in the vegetables after a couple of days of the initial symptoms of having like some gas and all of that, of having the vegetables go through your system, they clear out and they feel fantastic. They go from being run down, like pale, just not their normal selves, to healthy feeling again because they cleared out with using vegetables. And we know that they're full of minerals, vitamins. Leafy greens are my favorite. I always push them. And obviously, being a mom, like I hide them in smoothies a lot with
Hmm.
our kids. I grind them up in smoothies and I'll put spinach or kale or whatever, like mixed lettuce we have. And that helps, like, almost immediately clear the kids out. Um, I mean, as a nurse, a lot of my like angle I'm going to be talking about is like bowel movement. Sorry, guys, but like that's what it is. It's gut health, and the fiber in vegetables is really what helps keep us vibrant and healthy and moving along without pain and discomfort because our guts dictate so much about our mood, our chronic illness, and everything like that. So that's, you know, that's what I talk about in little
Yeah.
snippets.
Well, then the importance of the fiber and the nutrients in the vegetables. You're talking about gut health. On the flip side of that, like I feel like since our like my grandma, I feel like was coming raising growing up in a time where like a lot of the food was getting focused into more processed foods to make it cheaper,
Yeah.
last longer, more easily available. And I feel like gut health has increasingly gotten worse since more of our diets become more processed food based.
Yeah.
So um, on that side, the vegetables help gut health. These processed foods are not so good on the gut health. They move too fast. They don't have enough nutrients. They're not cleaning you out like a vegetable would.
Yeah.
So vegetables are good because they are if you get a fresh vegetable, right, very unprocessed food. All they do is pick it, package it, ship it.
Yeah.
If you can get it from a local farmer stand or your own garden, phenomenal. If not, going to the grocery store and getting a bundle of tomatoes or some lettuce and kale and
Yeah.
radishes and all that. It's gonna be a lot better than going and getting like canned carrots
Yes.
or you know
Right.
pureed, whatever. On that note, even like our kids growing up from early age, you were working on trying to give them vegetables through their diet with our little
Yeah. The baby
the
blender.
baby blender. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
I mean, a lot of moms out there have used it or know about it,
It's like a
and
ninja bullet,
it's like a
but it's a
ninja bullet.
smaller
Yeah, it's
baby.
just smaller.
Yeah.
It's really just like a gimmick size thing, but it was handy because I was mixing everything in the first kid. This was the first kid. um, I would literally grind up like chicken and spinach and some bone broth, and mix it together and make like baby food with it. And so then I knew it was this ingredient, and that ingredient, and it was palatable. I mean, he would eat it, and it would help keep him regular, and it also would help keep Violet regular when I got her to eat it. Um, it 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 was a staple in the beginning, and then the kids' guts change a little bit as they get older, so you have to be a little bit, I don't want to say sneaky, because you want to talk about vegetables with your children. But I mean, as a mom, like with toddlers, you want to try to get vegetables every single day. But in reality, like you're off to a good start if you can get their taste buds used to it at least 1 to 3 times a week. The daily recommended for raw vegetables is like 5 cups a day, which seems like a lot, but when you think about it, like a cup with big puffy raw vegetables, you could do that with at least 3 meals to start. Kids are a little different, but adults, we have the opportunity to do it, and it's not as overwhelming as we make it. So yeah.
I know in college a lot of times it was protein, carbs. That's all I worried about.
Yeah.
Like vegetables, waste of time. Don't worry about it.
I know.
With which then I mean it kind of worked. But I probably would have seen more success in the college level eating more vegetables to get those micronutrients I was missing and the fiber. Um, Another thing you're talking about the kids with vegetables. I think it's really important that like if we want our kids to eat vegetables, we better make sure we are eating vegetables because why would they do what we're not doing?
Yeah, they mirror what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I noticed like since we had kids, fruit especially, I know we're not talking about fruit, we're talking about vegetables, but I didn't really eat fruit before we had kids. Once we had kids, like we now always have some kind of fruit in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm eating it at least once a day.
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference versus eating like toast, having some cherries or some strawberries or blueberries or
yeah, it's a fast carb. It helps Your body, your body shouldn't always be spiking in insulin with eating all of like the different types of carbs, but fruit naturally spikes your insulin and sugar, and it all works together to process that sugar, and it's a healthy way of doing it in small bits,
And
like
you're
you
also
do. You
getting the
eat,
fiber too, though, with the fruit,
yeah,
whereas the toast, you're not getting the fiber.
no, you're
Whole
not.
grain, maybe some, but the fiber from the berries is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what I normally do with my clients, fruit, I just tell them, eat some fruit. It's good for you.
Mhm.
It's easier to eat, so I'm not focusing on as much. If they
Mhm.
see some raspberries or strawberries, they're going to eat it because it tastes good.
Right.
Vegetables don't always have that same appeal.
Yeah.
So what I try to do, and like the challenge we have coming up or happening at this point now when you see this,
Yeah.
one of the habits we have is eating some kind of vegetable every meal. So what I recommend to clients is to use a variety of vegetables. Breakfast, not typically a high vegetable meal, but that's when I would encourage like spinach or tomatoes.
Mhm.
I know mushrooms aren't a vegetable, but sometimes in my brain I think of it as a vegetable as it's a natural thing that's growing that you can eat.
Yeah.
Along those lines, peppers too are great. Lunch and dinner, pretty much any vegetable is up. I mean,
Mhm.
people aren't too picky at those times.
Right.
Um,
Like the
I think
snacking vegetables, those are the things that I push with my patients because they're usually small eaters, like small meal eaters. So like carrots or celery.
something you can munch on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy to eat.
And that's going to make them feel more full because the time it takes to chew, crunch,
Yeah.
swallow the fiber. It's a lot harder to eat a bowl of carrots than a bowl of Cheetos.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of chewing, a lot more work involved, and the taste isn't as great. They still taste really good when you're eating them,
Mhm.
but it's not hyper palatable like those Cheetos where I could literally eat an entire bag
Yeah.
and still eat more if more showed up. Whereas
Yeah.
carrots, you give me a bowl of baby carrots, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're full from it, and there's not a ton of sugar in it for like on your side of it, like people trying to lose weight.
Hmm.
It's that filler snack that helps keep them full, but not packing on the sugar
Yeah,
in their
munching on
diet.
something
Yeah,
without
their
taking the
carbs and
calories
stuff.
in.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So, well, Olivia, you've given us a lot of information today. I appreciate you coming on. Um, I want you to give just the one top tip, even if it's something you already mentioned, but emphasize it. What would you suggest to like the moms watching right now who have kids at home, toddler age or so, who are struggling to get their kids to eat vegetables?
Um, Smoothies.
Smoothies.
Smoothies. Really, that's my personal tidbit is like spinach, my favorite leafy greens, dark leafy greens. Put it in with like pineapple, strawberries, mango, mix it together, and they'll probably eat it for you for the most part. Going straight at like giving them a carrot or a celery stick, like, everybody knows a 4-year-old's gonna look you square in the eye and go no, but they'll probably drink down a tasty smoothie that's kind of sweet with some hidden vegetables in it.
I like it. So
Yeah.
smoothies for the moms,
Yeah.
and I can agree that they definitely work out really well, especially when they need a bowel movement.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so that concludes our interview today. Thanks a lot, Olivia,
Yeah,
for
thank you.
joining.
Thanks for having me.
I've been giving you a handshake. I didn't give you a kiss, which is too far away. So thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you.